Today we will discuss about our setup, which is the parallel flow and counter flow heat exchanger. So before going to discuss about this experiment, first we have to know what is a heat exchanger. A heat exchanger is a device which is used to transfer heat from one fluid to another fluid, and normally it is from hot fluid to cold fluid. Now there are mainly three types of heat exchangers. First one is a direct quantity heat exchanger, second is recuperated type of heat exchanger, and third is regenerated type of heat exchanger. We have not going in detail. Here we will study about the parallel and counter flow heat exchanger, which is a recuperated type of heat exchanger, and this is used in the different applications for the industrial applications, in the boilers, as well as we also use on the back side of our refrigerator and in our cars and the Jeep in the radiator. So first we here understand what is it, what are different components of this setup. So you can see here we are using a geyser. This is actually geyser, and this geyser it heats up the water. Then with this geyser it is connected with a different piping system. So we take water in to the different pipes. So you can see here different pipes as well as these are the different valves operated to get the entry of the water. Here you can see this is the outer insulation, this is the plastic part, so that the heat should not go outside, and inside is this structure contains the annular pipe. In this there are two pipes, the inner pipe through which the hot fluid flows, and surrounding that pipe there is another pipe, another space in which the cold fluid flows. And there are different slots, you can see here, this one. So these are for measuring the temperature of the water entering the pipe, and at the inlet side, or depending upon the condition, whether it is the parallel flow type or the counter flow type. And this is the holding device for measuring the temperature for the hot water going out after transferring the heat. And this one is also measuring the temperature for the outlet side or maybe the inlet side, depending upon the position, whether we are in the counter flow or the parallel flow type. So how this experiment is conducted here, now we will go to try to understand it. So first what we do, with the help of this pipe is connected to the tap. We open this tap, then the water will get entry, and through this pipe water will come to this passage and will fill this geyser. So water now is filled up in this geyser. Then we have to wait for some time. After 10 to 15 minutes, then we have seen that the temperature has been raised to some time. Then what we will do, we will open this ball. So the water from this geyser will pass through this passage and will enter through this pipe. Actually it is the inner pipe. In this condition, the thermometer is inserted here, which will measure the temperature of inlet water, hot water. Now this pipe is also connected here, so these two valves are close together, so the hot water will not go upside. Now the hot water which is passing through this pipe, it is going through the inner pipe, and after passing through this pipe, the water will leave with this outlet pipe, and here again we measure the outlet temperature of the hot water. Now about the cold water, what happens? So here we also having the another pipe. This is the another pipe. So with the help of this pipe, when we connect this pipe here to the another tap here, and we open it up, the cold water will pass and cold water will enter from this passage. Then in the second case, we open this valve, so the cold water will enter and it will pass through this passage, and then this cold water will get entry from the another space between these two pipes, and this cold water will pass through this passage. Following this passage, this valve is also closed, so water will not go rightward, but when we open it up, the water will pass through this passage, and here we measure the outlet temperature of the cold water. So what we measure here or what we observe here, we take the temperature, inlet temperature of the hot water from that side, outlet temperature of the cold water, inlet temperature of the cold water as well as outlet temperature of the cold water. Also we measure the flow of the hot water. So for that purpose we use a flask which measures the flow rate for the hot water as well as the cold water. Now you can see also from this schematic diagram, here you can see the hot fluid is entering from this side. This is the hot fluid and it is entering through the inner pipe and it is leaving the hot fluid from this other side. So it is flowing in this direction from left to rightward. We can also see the cold fluid is entering from this side and moving through this annular passage and then leaving from this side. So what we are seeing here is that both the fluids are moving or flowing in the same direction. So it is called as the parallel flow type of heat exchanger. Definitely the temperature difference will be maximum at the inlet side because the hot fluid is having the maximum temperature and cold fluid is having the minimum temperature. So there is the maximum temperature difference and minimum temperature difference be obtained here on the outlet side. You can also see here from this curve. So here you can see this is the curve for the hot fluid from the inlet to outlet and this is the curve for the cold fluid from inlet to outlet. So here the THI is the inlet temperature for the hot water. So hot water when will pass from along the length of the heat exchanger, its temperature gradually is going to be decreased. Temperature continuously decreasing for the hot fluid. But for the cold fluid, because the cold fluid will take heat from the hot fluid, so it is taking heat, then its temperature is gradually increasing from the inlet to outlet. So the thermal head at the inlet side is this one delta Ti and at the outlet side is delta TO. So it is maximum and it is minimum at the outlet side. It is for the parallel flow type of heat exchanger. Now what are the observations needed for this experiment are these. Here in the observation table what we have to measure for the parallel flow type of heat exchanger, we have to measure the flow rate in mH which is kg per hour, THI which is the inlet temperature of the hot water and THO is the outlet temperature of the hot water. Similarly for the cold water side we measure the flow rate as well as the inlet temperature of the cold water as well as outlet temperature of the cold water. Now then we have to find the heat transfer rate. So as we also already know, the heat transfer rate is given as QH equal to heat transfer rate from the hot water which is mH Cph THI minus THO. So when we measure this temperature we can find the heat flow rate or the heat rejected from the hot water and heat received by the cold water. So both will be same because the theoretically amount of heat rejected by the hot water will be equal to amount of heat received by the cold water. We also find the LMTD. So LMTD is equal to delta Tm which is the mean temperature delta Ti minus delta To upon log E base delta Ti by delta To. So with the help of these readings we can find the LMTD as well as the heat transfer rate. So what we find here in this experiment is we find the overall heat transfer coefficient. So if the Q is known as well as the area for the pipe depending upon whether it is based on the inside area or on the outside area. With this formula EU can be calculated upon Q by A delta Tm. So delta Tm actually it is LMTD we have already discussed just now and Q is the heat transfer rate Q equal to MHCH and area either we can take AI or the AO. Or taking all the readings from the observation table we can find the U which is the overall heat transfer coefficient area which is the main coefficient and which determines the rate of heat transfer or the amount of heat transferred from this setup using the parallel flow heat exchanger. Thank you.